right, good morning, Cyber Traders. Happy Thursday, everybody. Looks like we're having a nice couple of rallies in pre-market. Good to see you, Lawrence, Brian. Good to see you, Prumich. Everybody on social media. Good to see you all. Welcome back. Another exciting day here at Cyber Trading. A couple of interesting stocks. We got the market up about 235 points, which is kind of weird because we really haven't been going anywhere. Yesterday I was on. We had two big events here at Cyber Trading. Basically, I was on a panel with a bunch of gurus talking about the market, and things were looking great, and we were talking about, we're kind of like teeter-tottering. But it all came down to, what we do here at Cyber Trading University is day trading. So as much as all these swing traders are all concerned about where the market's going, earnings announcements, the economy, everything, it doesn't matter to us. We don't care. We want the volatility. We want great news. We want bad news. We just don't want any news because then nothing happens. But we had some really good things that moved. And not only that, but hopefully everyone here had an opportunity to watch Traders Accounting yesterday. We had them on at 11 o'clock. If you did not subscribe to our channel here on Cyber Trading, click on the bottom. Make sure you subscribe to so you can get access to that. I thought it was a phenomenal workshop regarding about taxes, about trading, trade to market, all that stuff, no matter if you're options, futures, and forex. So please, I'm telling you, probably one of the better workshops that we've done in a long time with some presenters. Now let's talk about what's going on so far. So we got a couple of big runners. Carvana is moving again this morning, and yesterday it had a great pop. You could see it right here. Let me blow this up. Carvana obviously went from $13 all the way up to a whopping $16.50 in a matter of 45 minutes. She came back down, obviously, but she's starting to pick up again. So if you remember what I was telling you earlier about, listen, this is how we trade certain stocks. When a stock hovers there, and I'll give you an example. Like we had a stock, which one did it? We had a couple of stocks that had these really, really big run-ups. And, when they spike, like this one, SQL, when you get these big spikes, they're going to come crashing down. But when you have something that is just hovering here, and let me bring up the long-term chart, and it goes up and it hovers there for a while, and it doesn't back off, because remember, we own the stock around 440. I got out around 1850. I'm going to probably get back in if I keep holding here. But this is what I'm talking about. When it holds here, then usually it goes up. So the stock had a nice little rally. It held there, and now it's starting to pick up momentum. So these are the little things that are going to help you tweak and fine-tune to know when to jump in these stocks as a swing trader or as an options trader. But it all comes down to day trading. So that stock is doing pretty well, and we got another couple of them. I'm going to talk about those also because some of them were piggybacking from yesterday. So we had this stock yesterday, KPRX, if you were in the Cyber Group room, and was one of the stocks that a lot of you people were trading in the room. And this stock had a really nice move, went around $4, went all the way up to $8.50. Now, think about that. That is 100% move over one day. Big mover, nice little pop. And guess what? She's moving again this morning. So, as you know, I'm not a very big fan of trading stocks the following day, but and not only that, but we're getting close to resistance levels. And not only that, but if I bring up level 4, you could see that we're testing an iceberg order right around here at 8. And not only that, but cyber traders in the room, guess what? We're getting a ladder effect that's starting to come in right now. So we all know that what that leads to. But it did move. It is on the watch list. We're going to keep an eye on it. Another stock that did really well too yesterday was Uber. Now, Uber was a good short. It's been a good swing trade the last couple of days, but this stock got hammered all the way down from this big gap up that it had at 37. It came all the way down to 35, and around 10:30, it started going back up again. So not only could have made money on the short, but if you looked at those orders out there from the day before yesterday, you could see that we're continuing. And sure enough, when I hit 35, went right to 37. That was a nice move. This stock just kept getting, basically halted. It was okay. I mean, listen, it had this nice move when we found that after the halt, right around 1 o'clock. But then after that, kind of flatlined. But she is holding here pretty strong. I'm still not a fan of it. But Carvana, I want to keep an eye on It could start spilling into not only as a day trade, but also as a swing trade. So that one is moving pretty well too. So those two stocks, surprisingly, something from yesterday is spilling into today. Now, what do we got going on for today? Well, we already know about this KPRX, so that one just had a pop. We know about Carvana, that's already on the watch list. This WLDS. Now, I was checking it out. I didn't see that many orders out there. And there were a couple of people that popped up right around 125, and you could see how it kind of did that this morning. It kind of held there. And I'm not seeing many more orders, but I'm starting to see a ladder effect starting to kick in around 118, 116, 114. So, you know what? It is up 70%. It is cheap. You know, if it holds you for a while, maybe consider it. But I'm not a huge fan of, I'll basically put this on the B list. That's where I'm going with this whole thing. So that's where that goes. Another stock that's moving this morning also that had a big pop was this one right here, which was the HPCO. Really big move around 630. She's kind of holding here. Now, what I like about this stock right here, there was a seller about 122, and I'll show it to you right here. It looks like he got executed, and it was for roughly around 32,000 shares. He's still got a couple of more. It looks like he just showed up for about another 15,000. You got a couple orders there, a little higher, but it's a cheap stock, which we always like. Less risk, more reward. And listen, if it starts building this support level here, I might consider it. Something a little bit also that had a nice little move. ICU, big pop around 815. I know a lot of you people here trade in the Cyber Group room. If you're on YouTube or any of the social media, you're always welcome to come and join our pre-market trading room. But this stock had a nice pop around 5, shot up all to almost about 7. And this one was like, there are orders out there buying it, but yeah, it was just a crazy amount of volume started kicking in right after 8:30, like huge volume. And then all of a sudden it started to back off a little bit. There's about 3,800 shares looking to be bought right now, right around 550. If it holds here, it'll be okay, but it did trade 4.8 million shares. And that's what I like in pre-market, because a lot of people can't get these stocks in pre-market. They don't have access to it. The brokerage firm will let them trade it. But you know what? It is there. AI, I mean, like we keep talking about. What's so funny about AI is that AI had a really nice move yesterday, and you could see it right here. Gorgeous move right at 9:30, shot up, came right back down. She's moving again. The stock is extremely volatile, okay, if you haven't figured that out yet. Very volatile stock. Be very careful on it. It's not that easy stock to day trade anymore. And if you swing trade, you got to do a very low amount of that. But the funny part about it is when I was doing my event yesterday, and with these other 4 gurus talking about trading, the 2 things they were talking about is earnings, and they started talking about AI. And I'm like, we were trading AI for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. When we started seeing it right around the 10, it started breaking the $12, $13 price range. And now all of a sudden, everybody's on the AI. What I've learned is that, and you learn this from swing traders, like they're kind of saying this is probably the next cryptocurrency rally and this and that. And I'm like, but honestly, I kind of disagree with you, because this is actual stock. This company was trading for a while. We all know about AI, what's going on. I don't think it's a fad. I think it's going to be here to stay. The more question is, these companies are public, so they've been fun to trade lately. I just don't like the idea that it's up about 300% in the past month. Okay, so if you up 300%, regardless knowing the stock, and if I go back was already at 160. You see, that's a bad trader. We never look at like, oh, maybe we'll go back to 160. It doesn't work that way. All right. So, but it is starting to pick up some momentum. And you know what? If you see some type of, correlation of a consistency, then you could always do like a long-term swing trade, buy less shares of it. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket, because that's how people blow up their accounts. But it's not a big list this morning. It's not a big list. It did get better when the market opened up. Some other things popped up, but that pretty much does it. Michael says this SONO in the Cyber Group room. So the SONO, I saw that stock, And the reason why I didn't put it on there, SONO, is that it had a good after hours trading, Michael, and it made a big pop, but it kind of died. So if you look at what's happening right now this morning, really didn't go anywhere. I mean, it had a little bit of a move right here. I know SONO for a while. I mean, it's only traded 80,000 shares. I know it's pretty volatile. It was great if you were somebody that believes in it and held it as a swing trade. But as a short-term day trader, I would probably, as of right now, until it opens up, I probably would stay away. You know. All right. Anything else, cyber traders? Anything else? All right. So that pretty much does it. For everyone here in the that are listening in the morning on the social networks, we're going to go back live again at 10 a.m. so you can kind of benefit what we're trading in the pre-market and also at the open. So like I said, if you want to join us at 10 o'clock, just make sure you friend us, follow, and make sure you get your alerts. Cyber traders in the room, like everything else. You know, we're right in the thick of February. This is where things start moving and start picking up momentum. You all know that we got the on-site class that is coming up in Florida, where we're going to be. I know there's a lot of you going to be there. Please make sure you talk to education advisor, get your airfare taken care of, make sure you get your hotel that we reserved for you taken care of, and don't forget that we're going to have that dinner that night. Everything, we got a soiree. So it's one of the very most popular events. You still could come. Listen, you can come for a 2-day event. You can come for a 1-day event. So if you're in the area, why not stop by and say hello? But definitely talk to education advisor to do that. It's one of the most, you get to meet the whole staff of CTU. They're going to be there. All right. And then, but let's go to work. Let's see if we can make some money out there. Like I said, just control those losses. All right, everybody. Good luck. Happy trading. And we'll see you. We'll see you when the market opens up with commentary and everybody on social media. We'll be back here. We'll see you back at 10 o'clock. Okay. Thanks, everyone.